Hi everyone! This is our first video and we're really excited to introduce you to our new channel.
Here we talk about the hockey world, curiosities, news, and everything you need to know about this fascinating sport.
I'm your host Lola,
And I'm your host, Gabby.
and before we get started, make sure you subscribed, liked, and share with your friends to help us grow even more.
And be part of the community. Follow us on social media to never miss new content. Now, let's get to what really matters.
Have you ever watched an ice hockey game and felt completely lost? Like, why are they chasing a puck and then fighting all of a sudden? What's an offside or a power play? How does it work?
Well, at first, hockey might seem a bit confusing and chaotic, but once you understand it, you start loving it and you can never go back.
What's the objective of the game?
The team with the most goal wins. It might sound easy, right? But actually, there are a bunch of rules that the players must follow and things that have to occur to validate that goal. One of them is the puck must cross the goal line.
If the puck doesn't cross that line completely, that's a no goal. Or if you kick the puck into the net, hold your stick above the net's crossbar. If the puck, intentionally or not, touches your gloves, that's also a no goal.
The game happens on the rink, which is divided in three zones. Defensive zone. This is where your own goal is located, and you must defend from the other team, not letting the puck get into the net.
Offensive zone, where the opposite team goal is located and your team has to try to score.
And finally, the neutral zone. No team owns this area and is meant to fight the puck, essentially being where the game starts.
There are some other parts of the rink you need to know about. Crease is the goalie safe space, and opposing players are not allowed to interfere with the goalie unless the puck is around this area. Still, can make unnecessary contact with the goalkeeper, and if they do, it's a no goal.
Trapezoid, the only area the goalie is allowed to touch the puck. And what happens if they touch it outside the trapezoid? That's a minor penalty.
And last but not least, the slot, which is the most dangerous place in the game, and you gotta watch out there, being the best place for a team to attack and the worst place for a team to defend.
Moving on to the face-off, how the game actually starts. When two players compete for the puck. It happens at the start of every period and after each stoppage, infractions, or goals. It occurs on any of the 9 points on the ice, and as you can see, the markings are crucial to help them to line up for the game.
The instructions are your feet must stay behind the line and outside of the circle, and if you don't, the center player will be kicked out and replaced. And if you stand your stick out on ice before the puck drops off completely.
Now, let's get into team structure and how it's applied in the game. The maximum players is 23, but only 20 of them will actually get on ice. In game, there are usually 12 forwards, 6 defense, and 2 goalies. But there's also a variant, which is 11 forwards, 7 defense, and 2 goalies. They are divided into 4 forward lines and 3 defense pairs. The best lines will get more time on ice.
As for the goalies, they have a starter and a backup. At the begin, forwards are positioned as left wing, center, and right wing. The center one would do the starting face-off. At the back, they have a left and right defenseman. The five are allowed to go anywhere on the ice, but most often the defenseman will be further back, behind the blue line, or in front of the net to help defend.
Line changes. Usually, the lines get 45 to 60 seconds on ice, mostly occurring during stoppage. But substitutions can happen during a play, which is called changing on the fly. Wait, but how long is the game?
The game has 3 periods of 20 minutes, accounting on a total of 60 minutes. However, during regular seasons, it can last longer. If in the third period both teams are tied, they go for a 5-minute overtime, making the first team that scores the winner and ending with the game.
He doesn't shoot. He gives it to Ristolainen, and now Pominville scores! Jason Pominville rips it!
But the transmission is almost 3 hours.
Well, that's because we're not counting the extra minutes of intermissions or TV outs.
Rules. Offside. When the attacking player crosses the opponent's blue line before the puck fully crosses it.
Icing. If any player of a team deflect the puck from his own half of the ice beyond the goal line of the opposing team, the play must be stopped. The exception is when a team is on penalty kill.
Penalties. First of all, there are four officials on ice. Two of them are wearing orange armbands, and they are the referees, the ones who run the game and call out the penalties.
The ones without the armband are called the linesmen. They are the ones who drop off the puck, except for the start of the game or any period, responsible for offside and icing calls.
The definition of penalty is a punishment imposed for breaking a rule. In hockey, the penalties are divided in two categories: minor penalties and major penalties.
Minor penalties. Tripping and hooking are either to disrupt the opposing player using your stick or body. High sticking, making contact with an opponent with your stick above your shoulders.
Interference, checking or impeding a player who does not have a puck. Holding, using your arms or hands to hold an opponent. Holding stick is quite similar, but instead of holding their body, you're holding their stick.
Cross checking, using your stick to pull them away. Delay of game, shooting the puck over the glass or intentionally knocking the net off.
Roughing, excessive minor physical contact. If any of this come about, the guilty player will be resigned to the penalty box, and the spirit he is out, it's called penalty kill. Normally 2 minutes, and in this while, his team will have to face the game with one less player on ice.
On those occasions, the opposing team will have a power play, an advantage time that can eventually end if the team who's on power play scores.
And last, double minor, 4 minutes of penalty. It happens when two consecutive penalties occur. And if you injure the other player, that's also a 4 minutes penalty call.
Five White comes right up there and whacks Domi. Double minor, 4 minutes, high sticking.
Major penalties: fighting, dropping gloves to fight, boarding, violently checking an opponent into the boards.
But ending, using your stick as a weapon.
Any of these actions will result in a 5-minute penalty. In these kinds of situations, even if the team on power play scores, the guilty player will not come out of the box until his penalty time ends.
Misconduct. The player will be removed for 10 minutes, but can be substituted immediately. Game misconduct. The player will be ejected from the game. Delayed penalty. The referees wait to call a penalty until the offending team touches the puck.
And finally, you're ready to watch a hockey game like a pro. Hope you enjoy it and let me know your thoughts and doubts in the comments.
Stay tuned for our next video about the NHL, Stanley Cups, team divisions, and much more. Thanks for watching. Bye!